Right, hello and welcome to the Geek Lab, and for today's bit of retro goodiness we're going to be looking at a bit of video mixing kit from the early 1990s, a period when analog was still king, but some digital effects were starting to become available on professional hardware. This would have cost a pretty penny. I haven't got a price, but it wasn't going to be cheap. So what we're going to do is have a look around this thing. I'm not going to show you the top too much because there's so much on there. I'm just going to show it to you as we go through and use it. And because we have video mixing, we need two sources. So originally I had two video players, my Panasonic, which you can see here, and I also had this Panasonic, but the second Panasonic has got a bit of a twitch on, so it wouldn't accept its signal. So as my second source, I'm using this massive DVD jukebox, which I've owned for about a decade, but has never actually appeared on the channel. So let me know if you'd be interested in a dedicated video to that. And therefore, we've got, as we're video mixing, we've got some documentaries, as these are less likely to get copyrighted. We've got Iceland by Billy Knudsen, I don't know how to pronounce that. And taking up the DVD, and we have World's Greatest Railway Journeys. I didn't buy that. Didn't. Right, first things first, it's time to have a look around the outside of this. Well, at least the front side of this is quite simple. Here on the left, you've got your on-off button for the power. Always good. And on the right hand side, you've got a level controller for the headphones, which appears to have lost a lever that should have been there. Still usable though. You've got phones, jack, microphone jack, and a port for a title machine. I've got a diagram of it here. I don't have that, but it would be nice if I could get one for it. And starting from the left, on the back, you've got two inputs for two sources, both the same. You've got your S-Video in, yes, you've got S-Video this thing. You've got your input and output for video, which is BNC style, see BNC adapter here, and your input and output for audio composite. Same on this one. They both have a switch here for composite and YC, whatever your YC is. Something chroma, let me know. And you've got an input for an external camera, a sync that I believe that does control external cameras and stuff. I'm not sure. Right, you've got record video out, you've got two channels for that, and same as the others, got S-Video and composite with a BNC connector on the video itself, and a preview for video for a monitor there. And last but not least, you've got the aux audio input there. This is a heatsink, obviously gets a bit warm doing digital video. So there we go. And now it's time for the fun of setting this thing up. Oh boy, here we go. Right, so here we are at the console. You can see it's all set up and running, and we've got our source playing there. And just a quick show you, There's the other source there. That's the Iceland video, and that's the Latrine Spotters video. But there we go. So what we'll do, we'll start from the left hand side here, and we'll show you the function of each thing as we come across it. So first of all, we've got mix. What that does, if we move the lever here, it fades nice and slowly between the two videos. That is nice and simple. That operates on its own. There's no other functions that go with it. So we can go now to wipe. And that does have multifunctions. So if we move the lever again, you can see there, it comes across as a wipe. Very simple. But what we can do, if we press this one, we can have a soft wipe like that. There we go. And we can have a border instead. So we've got this little line coming down here. Now we do have audio here, and traditionally, here we go, as you went from one to the other, this is the master audio balancer, whatever you call it, fader, and you'd move those two together like that. There we go. So what we do, I'll just turn that down for copyright reasons and all that. Okay, so if you press this border button here, you get, there you go, borderline going across. Now we do have audio here. If I press this one up, you'll hear the audio. And I go back to this one. Traditionally, as you move this lever down, you'll move the balancer for the audio, so like this. Now you can see my movements look a bit not very smooth, but we'll look at that in a moment. I'm going to turn that audio back down. It's on the master there. So you can press the border once. If I put this in the middle and press border again, get a thicker border. Excellent. So that's the basic wipes. Obviously here you choose your sources. So on A we've got the Iceland video. On B, nope, it's the other way around. On A we've got the train spotting video. On B we've got the Iceland video. And you can choose as well, instead, that you can have a back colour. So you can fade between there and the back colour. A little diversion here. Actually, no, we'll go look at this. So the back colour can be changed. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Just while we're in this area, if I put this back to video 2, now you'll see earlier that my fades weren't too smooth. Well, we can do something about that. We can have it automatic. If I put soft on, this can be done on any of these modes, but I'm going to choose soft. There's a speed controller here, so if it's on slow at the moment, so if I press auto take, there we go, it wipes automatically for us. And we can go back again. Do that with any mode, but if I put this halfway up, you'll see it swipes much faster. Now it doesn't work with the audio, you've got to do the audio yourself, but I suppose the audio doesn't show so much if you're not very smooth with it. There you go, there's a really fast one. So if I go to slow, bring the audio up, I can press that, and at the same time bring the audio manually across.
The water in the lake is heated by volcanic.
So there we go, that's how that works. Good, isn't it? So there we go, across, and bring that back down. So we'll leave this for in a bit. What we'll do now, we'll move to the, we can't touch that yet. There's such a lot on here to do, to go through. We've got the colour corrector. So if we put that to on, I believe that only goes, there we go, it only goes to what's on channel A. So put the colour corrector on. We can play with the chroma and the colour tint, the hue, and I believe that's strength of colour. There we go. Play with the chroma as well. Make it black and white. So that's basically what that does. Now, if you wanted to apply that to the second channel, you would have to change these, because that means audio. So 1 is going to buzz 1, 2 is going to buzz 2. Here, you can swap them over. Shouldn't do that while it's playing, but there we go. So now they're the opposite way around, which means I can now apply those effects to the other channel, because that only works on buzz A. So that allows you to do that. This one, I believe, takes source 1 and makes it, or puts it on both buzzes. So you can fade between. You can create some interesting effects I'll show you in a bit, but you can fade between the video source there and one where you've played with the colours. There you go. So I've got black and white. Change to a border if you want. There we go. Right. So, this one does the same for buzz 2. Puts buzz 2 onto both. Sorry, input 2 onto both buzzes. So if we switch that off, put this back to normal. So we've got both. I'm going to go for a soft one because I like the soft. And what we'll do now, we'll go past this one for the moment and show you the wipes. So you've got the basic wipe here, A and B. Let's do this with a bit of audio to make it more interesting for you. I don't think we're going to get copyright on these. Right, so there we go. Iceland. Our train documentary. Nice, eh? So you can now swap this so it goes. I did not know that. I just found one out. If you knock all them off, it'll go straight to the other one. You can sort of do that. So you've got the basic wipe there. And you can knock that off and go A to B. So it swipes from the other side of the screen. If we knock that off, we can go to the third one, which brings the line up or down if you're going from 1 to 2. And then obviously this one does the other way. There we go. Now the interesting thing about these is you can combine them. So if we're on this one, we can have 1 and 2. And this results, if we're on that one, the picture coming from the middle. Interesting, eh? And with this one, we can knock both of these on, go to the top, and you'll get an image coming out the middle, like that. Or again, we can set this slow and use the auto take. Isn't that good? Cool. I don't think you can mix. Oh, you can. Let's have a look at this. We can mix more. Let's go that way. And let's see what happens. Oh, right. So we get. It's alright. I've only been playing with this since yesterday, so I'm still discovering. And if we select all 4, yeah, you get a square coming from the middle. Cool. I'm just seeing if we can position that, but no. Another thing you can do, and this is where it gets interesting, is you have your audio and you can use this one, and if you bring that in, you get a square, which you then can position wherever you want on the screen, which is very good. Obviously you can put a border on that if you want. Put a lot of border on it and position that where you want. And you don't only have that, you have also a circle which you can boink boink. I think if you put it in the middle, Let's try this. I haven't tried this before. Let's try the auto take. Yeah, there you go. Ta-da. Now, if I bring this back, put it over here, then press the auto take, let's see what that does. Yeah, it expands it out to that corner and back into there. Isn't that good? Okay, so that's all the fades, etc. So, what we've got here, we've done the colour corrector. We can now look at the digital frame Synchronizer. Let's get some control over here. Right, so we need to use buzz 1, actually, buzz A for this, because it's set up for buzz A. So we'll do that. So, what we're going to do is press on for this, and the first thing you've got is the strobe effect. You don't see anything happen immediately, but if I turn this, there we go. Now for an early 90s thing, this is quite advanced because this is actually requiring frame buffering. Have it nice and fast. I didn't do that. I'll slow it right down. There we go. One every few seconds. Cool. Right, so we can press still, and that holds the image. Quite advanced this time again. Next we've got mosaic, and we've turned this knob here. Not all the controls obviously have knobs, just these three. What we've got in the mosaic there. Next we got negative, and you can still apply the colour corrector to that. You go funky if you wish. And next we've got paint. So this is supposedly like an oil painting, and obviously you can still frame that. Not the best still frame, so look, no, can't do it on there. There we go. Still frame, make a painting out of it, sort of, and then you can apply the other effects as well. So you could negative it, maybe not, mosaic, so you can pixelate it, and yeah, no need for strobe and that thing. So there we go. So what we can do here, if we go to Iceland, obviously it's not going to apply them to there, so this is where this one comes in handy. Swap the functions. Iceland is now on buzz A, which allows me to apply the effects to it. There we go. So there's the use of that. And just show you, there you go, mosaic. So there we go. That is very, 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 very handy. I recommend you don't do that while it's playing because it will mess it up. But there we go. So along here, switch that off. I'm going to switch to that because you've got music playing there. If I switch buzz A to back colour, there we go. You've got back colours obviously, and using these two controls, we can choose white, yellow, and you can change the chrome on these. So you've got yellow, and you can go all the way to no colour. Cyan, green, magenta. So these are actually useful if you're bringing in text, because obviously this had a text generator, so you can bring text in with back colour. You've got blue and a black. Okay, so we're going to play with this superimpose thing now. So go set on video 1. So this is going to superimpose stuff onto video 1. I think I switch on and push these levers up just as it goes black. That's handy. Yeah, it's actually using channel 1 as superimpose, so we can get the colours and stuff like this with these faders. And then I believe if I pull back, That's video 2. I'm still playing with this. So you got the back color is white. So the back color is set to the back color here, and there is a way, and I'm being a bit thick here, to superimpose. Ah, there we go. I can now superimpose that channel over that channel, and I can hit still on that one, and the superimposing one goes. If I swap this over, ta-da! Oh, that's a weird effect. Look at that, I've made by accident. Yes, adverts, lovely. And there we go. We can apply that. And we've now got video 1, which is being held still, playing over video 2. Something going on. Can't remember now. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's the Iceland. There's the Iceland video over the other video, and I press still. There we go. And obviously you can change colours. You can change your chroma. And because these digital things are now being applied to channel 2, I can paint on it. We can use mosaic. We can unstill it. And all sorts of weird stuff happens. There we go. Isn't that strange? So you can apply the title effects as well using that. So let's get that off. But if you've got all day, you can create some weird effects with that. On the right hand side here, we got the record out, which is just, I believe, just a channel. Ooh, look at that. You can select it. So you can select what's happening on channel 1, which has still got the video effects on. You can select channel 2 independently, or you can go through the mixer and apply all the effects like that, see, as you want. So now we got the fade control. Let's go away. Don't want that. Oh, we've got this the other way around, so there we go. So that's that way. That's that way. Right. So we've got fade control as well. So we can fade video to white, black, or we can select color. Select any color we want. And obviously that then that's handy for if you want to cut titles in as well. And then you've got auto fade, which does it nice and slow for you. And you can do the audio as well. I'm not sure what. I'm going to try that. So there we go. That is just about everything, apart from one thing. We've now got. Yeah, I don't want that advertising stuff. So what we've got here, which I've saved to last, is the programming section. So if I turn her down, this lady, we've got 4 memories here which can hold 55 steps. And so what you can do, you can go program. Right, so if I'm having fun here. If I press 1, I can then press strobe. And then press 1, I can press mosaic. Press 1 and press print. Sorry, paint. Duh. And that all applies to number 1. So what I can now do, if I go run, press 1, take these off, press number 1. If I do it at full speed, press number 1, and again they come on. There you go. That's a pre-programmed look to it. And what I can do, if I knock these back off again, if I go slow, I press 1 again, it's going to flash at me, press it again, and it will now introduce them slowly. There you go. So that's all the features, I believe, of the WJ-MX12 from Panasonic from the early 90s. So there we go, the Panasonic WJMX12 professional video mixer. What a piece of kit, especially for the early 90s. It's still, these days, these go for about 100, 150 pounds, although people are advertising them from 100 to 700 pound on eBay, but they're not selling for that. Not at least the ones that I've seen aren't. Should you buy one? Well, if you're into old video sources and video mixing, yes, get one. What I would love to do with this is set it up with modern webcams going in for live streams. That would be really good, but don't know how to do that. So if you do have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Other than that, yes, fantastic piece of kit. I'm definitely not selling this, I'm keeping this. This is definitely for a bit of fun. And yes, hope that's been fun for you. If you enjoyed that, it's been illuminating. If it has, then please like the video if you're not subscribed, and thank you very much for watching.